the woman who had attacked Kevin at the Herbalist Society contest. She'd been busy teaching her students when she heard that Kevin had arrived in Grandpa Williams' room at the hospital. She rushed right over, expecting trouble. When Ariana saw how upset Grandpa Williams was, she scowled at Kevin. "You scumbag! Have you come here to threaten your grandfather?" "Who is this woman?" Dalton had no idea who she was, but he could feel that she was very different from ordinary people. Kevin's relatives were relieved to see Ariana arrive. They expected her to finish Kevin and Dalton off without a problem with all her fighting skills. Kevin's uncle and a few of his other family members stepped between Kevin and Grandpa Williams. Kevin frowned. He didn't understand why Ariana was still so angry with him. Dalton squinted at Kevin's relatives and then at Ariana. In spite of his progress, he wasn't really looking forward to fighting with her. Both sides stared at each other, wondering who would make the first move. The tension in the room was so thick you could cut it with a knife. "Let's do it, Dalton!" Kevin raced forward like a shot. Uncle Thomas did his best to stay between them and Grandpa Williams in a feeble attempt to shield him with his body. As the fight grew more intense, Laura laughed wildly. Even if Kevin wanted to run, he couldn't get away. She was sure that he'd end up defeated, and his blood would be able to help save Grandpa Williams. "Are you okay, Kevin?" Dalton ran over to him, obviously distressed. "Never mind me." Kevin wiped the blood from his face and pulled his night dagger out of his jacket. "You're a disgrace," Ariana shouted. But Kevin was more concerned with stopping her attack than exchanging insults. Just when Dalton was about to fight with the Williamses in Grandpa's hospital room, they were all interrupted by Ariana Titus. She burst into the room and confronted Kevin in a mad rage. Kevin was overwhelmed by her display of energy, and because she was much more skilled than he was. He was sure that he and Dalton couldn't beat her, even if they joined forces. "She's pretty good, isn't she?" Dalton remarked casually to Kevin. "Watch your tongue," Ariana sneered. She moved like lightning and struck Dalton's chest with her palm, right over his heart. It was the kind of punch that could give you a heart attack. Dalton staggered backward and struggled to catch his breath. "Dalton!" Kevin screamed in fright. In a rage, Kevin drew his night dagger and pounced on Ariana. He didn't care what happened to him. He moved so fast that you could hear the rush of air as he sprang toward her. But Ariana was a little quicker, and she deflected Kevin's strike. Kevin ignored her and turned away to check on Dalton. "How are you, friend? Are you okay?" Kevin asked in a panic. "You should get out of here, Kevin. I may never get to see Chicago again. Promise me you'll take care of Miranda for me." "No, Dalton, you've got to hold on. I've got a way to save you. Before you save your friend, you should figure out how to save yourself." Ariana stabbed Kevin with her dagger. She was so close and so quick that he couldn't avoid it. The Williams family was certain that they were witnessing Kevin's death. They couldn't help getting excited. "What's going on?" Ariana looked at Kevin in disbelief. She knew that she hadn't missed him, but after piercing his shirt, the dagger couldn't go any further. Kevin looked down at his heart and saw that the blade had been unable to reach his skin. The Alliance leader's gift had saved his life. All of a sudden, Kevin exhaled deeply and took several steps back. Everyone was shocked at this turn of events. The blade that Ariana had just used was sharp enough to kill anyone, no matter how much they had been training and developing their body. But she had no idea that Kevin was wearing protective clothing. His ballistic shirt had not only absorbed all the energy, but reflected it back at her as she stabbed Kevin. She knew that Kevin couldn't stop a blade himself, but had to have something helping to protect him. "Let's go, Dalton!" Kevin tried to rouse his friend so they could get away. "Where do you think you're going?" Because of her rage, Ariana wouldn't let them off so easily. How could she let Kevin take his friend and go? Not when she was so close to winning. But then someone else came into the room. Thomas and the others could feel his power, his dignified air. "What are you doing, bullying these young men? Don't you have any integrity?" The man's booming voice filled the room. Before anyone could react, the man moved gracefully to the middle of the room. He stood there calmly and faced Ariana and the others. Who are you? Ariana looked him up and down but wasn't sure what to make of him. She could tell that he was very advanced but knew nothing else about him. That meant she had to be extra careful no matter how strong and skilled she was. Sir, what are you doing here? Kevin exclaimed excitedly. He was surprised to see the Night King. Kevin's relatives were shocked to see this. They didn't expect him to have such a powerful defender. Don't worry, Kevin. Your friend will be just fine. The Night King walked over to Dalton and bent over him. What arrogance! How dare you interfere? Ariana moved toward the Night King to keep him from helping Dalton. And what ignorance! The Night King retorted as he made just a slight move and threw Ariana against the door. Ariana was frozen in shock. In all of her years of training, she'd never seen anyone like him. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, the Night King commented as he returned to checking on Dalton's injury. Who are you? She stared at the Night King, unsure what to do next. I'm Kevin's mentor. You don't deserve to know my name. The Night King slowly turned around and looked at Ariana before he continued. Now tell me, can you protect these two men? Nobody was willing to risk his neck after seeing what the Night King had done to their champion Ariana. Then the Night King suddenly put his hand on Kevin's chest. He moved so quickly out of the room that he was just a blur. It was surreal because he wasn't running. He just slipped past all of them before anyone could react. And he took Kevin and Dalton with him. After he left, everyone started to snap out of it, and the feeling in the room was different, maybe a little lighter. But Ariana was deathly afraid of what she had just witnessed. This was on another level from anything she'd seen in all her years of training and improving her body with herbal meds. The Night King was like no other human she'd ever met. I didn't expect Kevin to have someone so powerful training him, Ariana thought to herself. Then she quickly went over to the bed and spoke sincerely to Grandpa. Mr. Williams, I'm sorry, but I may have to leave you and your family for a while. Please take care of my students. Where are you going? Laura immediately asked. She could see how powerful Kevin's mentor was, and she knew that Dalton was probably going to recover. If Kevin decided to take revenge, he'd have a powerful ally. But if he were still part of the Williams family, maybe that wouldn't happen. Ariana didn't consider the Night King to be an enemy, but if anything happened, she would have the support of her organization, the Union, and they would protect the Williams family.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.